EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 27th, 2020 for your Monday. We're expecting partly to mostly cloudy skies today, and we have a system off to our north, weak system there, weak system off to the south. We're kind of in between here, not expecting precipitation for the vast majority of the area. Could be a stray flurry across the far northern tier, but that would be about it. And otherwise, we are variably cloudy, or partly to mostly cloudy skies during the day today. Much like Sunday was. We had some times that it was just partly cloudy, and other times we had more clouds than sun. So kind of an alteration, or a back and forth with that, I should say, here on Monday. And temperatures will be very similar to what we saw yesterday for highs. It's actually going to be the mildest day of the work week this week today. So temperatures are going to drop off a little bit as we get to Tuesday. Just a gradual step back here on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. Instead of low to mid 40s like today, we're looking at temperatures in near 40 to 42-ish or thereabout for highs on Tuesday. And then they continue to step back here on Wednesday with mostly sunny skies. And Thursday as well, with temperatures likely stuck in the 30s in many locations. And we have a system moving off to our south during that time frame, well to the south. So we are unaffected by that with even cloud cover. So we should be partly to mostly sunny both days, and then partly cloudy here on Friday. Now, the next system we're going to be watching is going to be a possible weekend system. And I say possible because there's still some uncertainties of whether or not this affects us or not, and in what way. Okay, there's a lot of solutions with this. This has been modeled over the past couple of days, just the last 3 or 4 days, to be anything from a huge storm that cuts in and kind of like last weekend did and gives us a bunch of rain. It had a storm hugging the coastline with some very heavy snow and blizzard-like conditions, in fact. And we had some stuff in between showing a mix, or snow to mix to rain, or maybe just a mixture. So there's a lot of different solutions that we're showing. There's also an offshore possibility where it stays out to sea and completely misses. All right, so there's a lot of different options. We have no idea, and anybody that says they have an idea right now is full of it, because there's just too many. This is an extreme thread the needle situation. We listed this in our long-range outlook on Friday. I talked about it in the Weather Weekly's video on Sunday. It is a thread the needle situation, and it has to thread exactly in order for this to happen. And it's really not so much this system here. This is the main system, but the question is, does this just continue out like this, unabated, or does it come up the coast here and being pulled and drawn by an upper-level low that's starting to dive down to the south and east here? So we don't know that yet. GFS is still showing this idea, and as you move forward here in time, it does have a system off the coast here and gives you some latest run here shows rain, snow, showers. It was a little more potent earlier, but your upper level low is sitting right back here. Okay, how these two interact with each other is going to make all the difference in what this system does. And if they do interact and they do phase, you can have a pretty strong storm moving up the coastline like this, and you can get some pretty good snow out of it. Or it could phase early and it comes in, instead of taking this track offshore like it's shown here, this low could be instead over the Appalachians and run up like this, and then you have a lot of rain to deal with. And of course I show the third option, which is way out here, and the low doesn't capture at all, or it does so way late and doesn't affect this region at all. So all these options are still on the table. We just don't know. And I used the correlation, or the analogy I used in the Weather Weekly's video, for those who didn't see it. Imagine you have two guys that have a ball, a tennis ball in their hand, all right, and they're throwing it against a wall, and they're trying to hit the same exact point at the same exact time, all right, and they could throw 10 balls at the same time at that point, and may only both try to hit that exact spot or close to that exact spot 1 out of those 10 times. The odds that your odds are they're going to have one hit before the other, even if it's only slight, it makes a difference, or not hit the same spot entirely. And that's exactly what we're dealing with this, because we have to have this upper level low has to be in the right position and capture this system at the right time and the right place. If it's off a little bit, if it captures it a little bit further, like further south, for example, better chances comes in and cuts, and then you get some warm air advection work into the system. If it does so too late, we have something like the European model showed, and this system that was originally down here continues off in this direction like this, and it misses the phase entirely. This system's way back here, and this is late. So it's not going to have time to capture it. So we just don't know which one's going to be correct, or if any of them are correct right now. But there is still a storm signal that we outlined in our long-range outlook, and that has continued through this morning. We're just going to continue to watch this throughout the week. You're going to see some runs that it loses it entirely or misses entirely. Some runs that'll be a big hit maybe for snow or rain. Something in between on other runs. So you're going to see that back and forth going probably till at least the middle of the week before we get a handle on this. But right now it's just something to watch. A storm signal is just that. Does not guarantee a storm, but it guarantees, or it does guarantee a signal of a storm, and we will have that signal still remaining in place through this entire week. So we'll have to watch this very closely and hopefully have better answers as we move throughout the week. This would affect both Saturday and Sunday in some way or another, or could. So if this does come up the coast here, it could be like a one day into the next type of thing here, but we just don't know that yet. If it's something that is going to be missed like this, you just have this northern stream system come in, and you could have a few rain or snow showers here on Sunday only if that phase is missed completely. So a lot of different possibilities. We will narrow that down when we get closer. Right now in our local forecast, you'll see a low percentage, 30% chance on both days, Saturday and Sunday, of watching a system for rain and or snow. So we'll see. Just continue to follow us throughout the week, and we'll update you with the new information we have as we get it. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for January 27th, 2020. Have a great Monday.